पिलामाने चलो आज जीवा हिलियम मौलिक पदार्थ विषय जानिबा। हिलियम रो डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑकरेंस एंड सिंबल विषय रे आमे पुंखानुपुंख भाव में जानिबा आम एवं यूजेस विषय रे मध्य जानिबा। मेडिकेटेड कि नुहे ता विषय रे मध्य जानिबा। जेते गुड़िए पदार्थ पृथ्वी रे अछि से सबू यही मौलिक पदार्थ गुड़िकर तैयारी एवं वृक्षर ही सृष्टि। चलो देखिबा प्रथमे हिलियम्स डिस्क्रिप्शन यूजेस एंड ऑकरेंस। हिलियम रो वर्णना व्यवहार और घटना। डेफिनेशन ऑफ हिलियम ए वेरी लाइट कलरलेस गैस दैट डज नॉट बर्न often used to fill objects that float in the air. Balloons, light, non-inflammable gas used in airships and as a refrigerant. बेलून जहाजरे और प्रशीतक भाव व्यवहृत अदाह्य हालुका बाष्प हिलियम। इनर्ट गैस सेकेंड लाइटेस्ट एलिमेंट्स न्यूक्लियर फ्यूजन इन सन एंड स्टार्स। बेलून्स लेजर सुपर कोल्ड रेफ्रिजरेंट इत्यादि। नेक्स्ट 2 पॉइंट व्हाट इज कॉल्ड हिलियम। प्रतीक बा सिंबल HE आंसर इट इज ए केमिकल एलिमेंट इनर्ट गैस ऑफ ग्रुप 18 नोबल गैसेस ऑफ द पीरियोडिक टेबल। द सेकेंड लाइटेस्ट एलिमेंट हिलियम इज ए कलरलेस एंड odorless and tasteless gas that becomes liquid at -268.9 डिग्री सेल्सियस और -452 डिग्री फारेनहाइट। यह द्वितीय उज्ज्वल मौलिक पदार्थ। या रंगहीन स्वादहीन और गंधहीन नोबल बा खराब गैस विदाउट इनहेरेंट पावर ऑफ एक्शन रिएक्शन मोशन और रेजिस्टेंस। कार्य प्रतिक्रिया गति बा प्रतिरोध पाई अंतर्निहित शक्ति नथिबा जड़ नॉट रिएक्टिंग केमिकली विथ अदर सब्सटेंसेस। रासायनिक प्रतिक्रिया करि पारू नथिबा इनर्ट गैस। इनर्ट गैस स्लगिश बा मंथर स्लो मंद गति करुथिबा धीरगामी इनर्ट जड़ भाव रे निष्क्रिय भाव रे रही थाए। हाँ चलो तापर जीवा थियोरी ऑफ हिलियम। सिंबल HE हिलियम क्रिस्टल स्ट्रक्चर बा स्फटिक गठन -269 डिग्री सेल्सियस। एटॉमिक वेट रेशियो बिटवीन 1/12 ऑफ द वेट ऑफ वन एटम ऑफ कार्बन 12। कौन सी उपादान एक परमाणु ओजन और कार्बन बार एक परमाणु ओजन बार 12 भागरु 1 भाग मध्य थिबा अनुपात परमाणु भार बा बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बाष्प होची -269 डिग्री सेल्सियस। इलेक्ट्रॉन कॉन्फिगरेशन 1s²। नेम हिलियम सिंबल HE। एटॉमिक परमाणु क्रमांक 2% अटेंडेंस 23%। न्यू ए जो गोले भितर एटा होची न्यूट्रॉन इलेक्ट्रॉन एटा प्रोटॉन एटा इलेक्ट्रॉन चारिपटे घुरुची। तापर डिस्कवरी सर विलियम रामसे एंड इंडिपेंडेंटली बाय पर टेडर क्लेव एंड नील्स अब्राहम in 1895. Name of derived Greek word helos meaning sun. Appearance आविर्भाव सन कलरलेस गैस common isotope 2He4 IV by group 18 period 1 block number S block. Physical properties: state at 20 degrees Celsius, gas melting point unknown, boiling point minus 452.07 degree Fahrenheit to 222 Kelvin. Density minus 452. Next use of helium. Helium is used as a cooling medium for the large hadron collider LHC and the superconducting magnets in MRI scanners and NMR spectrometers. It is also used to keep satellite instruments cool and was used to cool the liquid oxygen and hydrogen that powered the Apollo space vehicles. What is the three uses of helium? Answer: perhaps the most familiar use of helium is as a safe, non-flammable gas to fill party and Faraday balloons. However, helium is a critical component in many fields, including scientific research, medical technology, high-tech manufacture, space exploration, and national defense. What are the 5 uses of helium? Answer: helium used as an inert gas atmosphere for welding metals such as aluminum in rockets, propulsion to pressure fuel tanks, especially those for liquid hydrogen, because only helium is still a gas at liquid logi as a lifting gas for instrument carrying balloons. Next, what are the uses of helium in everyday life? Answer: helium is used for medicine, scientific research, arc welding, refrigeration, gas for aircraft, coolant for nuclear reactors, cryogenic research and detecting gas leaks. It is used for its cooling properties because of its boiling point being close to absolute zero. This makes it attractive for use in superconductors. Helium is used for pressurizing rockets and other space crafts. It is also used as a heat transfer agent. In medicine, sometimes helium is used to aid patients with lung issues like obstructed airways, asthma, and COPD. Helium enables better gas penetration to the distal alveoli in the lungs, so it is used for lung ventilation when medically necessary. Helium is used for pulmonary function testing. Helium is also used in some laparoscopic surgeries. Instead of carbon monoxide, helium is used for open heart surgery mixed with oxygen and used as a mixed for the lungs. What is the helium occurrence in natural gas? Answer: the concentration of helium in natural gas is normally quite low but can range from 0.01% to 7%. Where is helium from? Answer: on Earth most helium is a radioactive decay product of uranium and thorium. It is found under the Earth's crust with other natural gases. Commercial helium is extracted from natural gas when the helium concentration on is above 0.3%. Why is there helium in natural gas? Answer: most of the helium that is removed from natural gas is thought to form from radioactive decay of uranium and thorium is given in given rocks of the basement rock below the gas field as a very light gas. It is buoyant and starts rising upwards as soon as it forms. What is helium occurrence? Answer: although helium is relatively scarce on Earth, it is the second most abundant element in the universe. Around 11.3% of atoms in the universe are the helium atoms. Traces of helium are present in the atmosphere and the air in the breath. Next jiba constitute about 0.00052% of helium. However, it is hard to evaluate the quantity of helium present in the Earth's crust as the gas quickly escapes into the air. Isotopes of helium: helium has 8 isotopes with mass numbers from 3 to 10, out of which 2 are naturally occurring stable isotopes, helium-3 and helium-4, with respective proportions of a 0.0001% and 99.999%. Helium also has 3 short-lived radioactive isotopes. Applications of helium: some of the major applications of helium include the following. Answer: driving gas mixture, filling balloons and other light aircraft, refrigerant of superconductors, semiconductors, manufacture and welding purposes, cooling, MRI scanners, pressure and purge systems, leak detection systems. Production of helium: helium can be obtained by heating monazite sands at 1000 degrees Celsius oblique or 1832 degree Fahrenheit. It can also be produced by liquefaction of natural gas deep under the Earth's crust. The gas is mostly recovered from the natural gas deposits of Kansas, Oklahoma and Texas for commercial use. Use of helium. Other helium is also used to cool the superconducting magnetic in MRI scanners. Radiations monitors also use helium. Did you know helium is important for divers? Answer: helium replaces nitrogen in diving gas mixtures so that divers can go deeper underwater without negative central nervous system effects. Without this mixture, divers could suffer from pressure effect with the conditions called the bends. There are numerous scientific uses of helium. The Large Hadron Collider uses helium for cooling purposes. Helium was used to discover the Higgs bosons or measure breakthrough in physics it is used in nuclear magnetic resonance spectrometers. Superconductors can only work if they are surrounded by the extreme cold of helium, and helium has been used in the space industry for cooling of satellite instruments and fuel coolant for spacecraft. Meteorologists use helium filled weather balloons for weather observation. Scanning electrons microscopes sometimes use helium for better image resolutions. Helium also plays an important role in vehicle safety. It is used to fill airbags if a vehicle crashes. Next 11 number. Where is helium found in everyday life? You can find helium used in everyday life in various forms. It is used as a lifting agent in party balloons, in diving mixtures, and in optical fibers. Welders use helium for welding arcs in construction. Physicians and surgeons use helium to help patients with lungs and heart procedures. When you visit a grocery store and your groceries are scanned, you are likely observing helium neon laser. If you ever see a blimp sailing overhead, you can be sure it is held up aloft by helium. See if you can spot the use of helium in everyday life as you go about your day. Is helium an explosive or Bisporok gas? Answer: helium is not an explosive gas. It is classified as monocombustible, which means helium cannot burn. It is extremely cold in liquid form, so cold that it freezes other gases. However, if it contains it itself can burst. Liquefied helium can boil violently. Great pressures inside the containers, increasing the risk that the containers could explode from the pressure, but on its own helium will not explode. Next is health aspects of helium. Certain health effects of helium gas upon inhalation are listed below. Headache, secondary suffocation, dullness, dizziness, high voice. The key properties of helium are listed below. It is an odorless, colorless, tasteless inert gas. It has the lowest melting point, close to OK, of all elements. It has a boiling point close to OK. It does not solidify at OK under normal pressures, but remains a liquid due to superfluidity. History of helium. In 1908, the Dutch physicist Camerlingens succeeded in liquefying a small quantity of helium. In 1923, he provided advice to the Canadian was the first to produce quantities of liquid helium almost on demand. In 1932, Einstein reported that the liquid helium could help in creating an atomic bomb. Next, important early work on the characteristics of liquid helium was done by the Soviet physicist Lev Landau, later extended by the American physicist Richard Feynman. In 1961, Vignos and Fairbank reported the existence of a different phase of solid helium-4 designated the gamma phase. It exists for a narrow range of pressure between 1.45 and 1.78 K. Helium data. Properties: helium, helium-3, liquid helium. Critical temperature 5.2 Kelvin minus 267.95 degree Celsius or minus 269.85 degree Celsius. Boiling point atmosphere 4.2 Kelvin to minus or minus 268.95 degree Celsius. Minimum melting pressure 25 bar or 360 psi. Superfluid transaction temperature at saturated vapor pressure 2.17 K or minus 270.98 degree Celsius or helium-3 3.3 Kelvin minus 269.85 degree Celsius 3.2 Kelvin minus 269.95 degree Celsius 29 bar 420 psi at 0.3 K minus 227.85 degree Celsius 1 mK in the absence of magnetic field. हाँ पिलाने जदि वीडियोटी तुम मानक भल लगुथाई लाइक कर शेयर कर सब्सक्राइब कर रोची नमस्कार नेक्स्ट वीडियो अपलोड कला पर्यंत।